What is going on, everyone? My name is Boit and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology action, spawning in the right hand corner of the map in the blue color, playing as Thor. It is S to the Poeft Spoeft. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Isis, is MMC's Shiny. The map is Mediterranean, and this is one of the games from the AOM Invitational tournament that's currently going on. Not exactly sure which round it was, but it's one of them, so it's got to be high level. And I mean, look at the caliber of these players. I picked this game because these two players just like brought back the feels, you know? You have MMC Shiny, the most ancient player, let me rephrase that, the most ancient top player that has ever played. He's been playing since 2003, since the game was released, and he's been playing at the top level since then as well. I believe, as not really, I don't know. He's been playing really, really well for the majority of it. His opponent as well, Spoeft. I'm not sure what time he started playing. He might have started at the beginning, but his prime was 2005, 2006. When he was competing for the top spot with people like King and Phil, KRT Phil, and the likes of them. So he was a real strong player back then, and continues to be a strong player now. I believe he's playing a little bit more actively now. I'm not sure how actively he was playing at the time of this game, but we'll see as the series progresses how well he does. So the map is Mediterranean, so we're going to see some water action here. Building docks and basically, you know, getting the stuff done they need to get done in order to secure food for their people. Need food to eat, need to eat to live, etc, etc. Anyways, I want to explain because it's been a while since I put out a video, and I really appreciate the support I've been getting while I've been AFK. I've been getting a lot of comments saying when's the next video coming out, etc, etc, and to answer all of that in one little nutshell, I couldn't actually get out a video because of the noise that was going on where I was living, and it was really random as well. So I'd sit down and I'd try and do a recording, and I'd get 15 minutes in, and then someone start blasting something from somewhere, and I just have to sort of give up. And I didn't want to cut and try and piece stuff together. Plus the noise from myself, because I was living in a share house. It was pretty obnoxious for me yelling at my computer for half an hour. So I just gave up and said, okay, I'll just put this to the side, and I'll come back when I get home. So I'm home now. I'm in my own little room. No one is in my house at all, so I can just shoutcast. So what I'm going to do is every day or every second day, depending on what's actually going on and what I need to get done myself in real life. So every day or every second day, I'll put out a new video. So hopefully over the December period, I'll get out 15 to 30 videos. Over January, 15 to 30. So we get at least 2 months of activity, and I might even be able to keep doing videos next year when I move back to university. So we'll see how that goes. No promises to that extent, but this is what I'm going to try and do. We'll see how I go. Anyways, better get back to the game, because it looks like Spoeft advancing to the classical age through Freya, and Shiny a little bit ahead of him, advancing through Anubis. Got his one dock down, producing his second dock. Has cast prosperity, means he's going to have ample amounts of gold to produce some of these ships. He's also researching hand axe, so he's going to have a lot of wood. So his what are they called, cabinets, going to be able to produce extremely quickly, and he's going to do well with them. Spoeft, on the other hand, I just have to pick a game with two people with the same style of whatever. Spoeft, on the other hand, building his second dock, going through Freya, has around about 10 villages on wood and 5 villages on gold. See, I don't like this. You only really need to have 4 dwarves on gold, because look how much gold he's got. 300 gold to only 300 wood, when you want to be having more like 600 wood and 300 gold. So you can actually just chuck one of these dwarves onto wood. It's not that much of a difference in how much gold wood I mean, how much gold you lose that versus on the wood, but plus you need the wood anyways. Do see the cabinets starting to push in here, harassing some of these fishing ships, trying to slow down that food income. Did Spoeft grab hand axe? He didn't grab hand axe. He's got all of this food in the bank, didn't grab hand axe. Also got that gold, so he could have afforded it. So that might actually prohibit him to make a comeback on the water if he falls behind, because you need that extra wood income as Norse. You're going to be behind in the early game. There's nothing you can do about it because Shiny's Isis has got access to Plague of Serpents. Plague of Serpents being one of the strongest water god powers in the game. Rivals that of Restoration, if you use Restoration perfectly, that is. So it's basically around about, I say 9 ships worth of stuff. So it's kind of like 900 wood and 450 gold worth of stuff if you use it in the right spot. So it can be incredibly brutal. We do see 8 cabinets already to the 1 of Spoeft. So Spoeft losing this water pretty brutally. How's he gonna? Is he gonna keep building ships, or is he gonna stop and try and do something else? It looks like he's garrisoning fishing ships into his dock. Just gonna allow him to fake the water here and maybe make a land push. But it looks like, oh no, he's moving some villages over onto the boar here. But the bear taking down his villages, this isn't going to be good for him at all. He's got a lot of villages on the wood and on the gold, and we don't see much happening from Spoeft's side. Shiny, on the other hand, how is he going to progress here? He's getting purse seam, which can allow his fishing ships to build a little bit quicker. He's going to build some barracks to stop the impending land push happen. He's moved his pharaoh over onto the gold mine, incredibly clever. It's going to allow him to get this stuff, this infrastructure up a little bit faster. And he's also separated his cabinets. He sees that there's no fishing ship in this dock, though we do see Spoeft. Actually, oh, that's really sneaky. Building that 1 ship into there makes Shiny think that he is and might force out some more ships. We'll see what happens there. He is building more ships now because he spotted that. So we'll see if Spoeft actually goes through with this, because he's going to be low on this dock anyways. It looks like he's not going to. He's building up a wall here, now producing some longhouses with throwing axemen, and it's been scouted now. So barracks are up for Shiny. Shiny going to be producing some slingers out of that to deal with throwing axemen, and then following that, probably some spearmen in order to deal with the raiding cavalry that might come out. Needs to get a good scout on what's going on though from that perspective. Spoeft has upgraded his watchtower, so it's possible for him to build a watchtower on the side of the water, get some docks up and really cause some pain, and there is the watchtower going up for Spoeft. This is some really annoying play because you're so focused on killing these docks, and when you kill the docks, you have to kill the stuff that comes out of them, and then you kind of just go, oh, I can delete my ships now. While he builds this watchtower up and then gets this dock up, and then the delete button is your worst nightmare as the player here when you see more docks coming up. You see all these fishing ships coming out now, and we see the slingers are in mass production. Another, it's a monument to the villagers thought he was getting the watchtower up, and the armory going up. So Shiny now gearing up for the heroic age. And if he does hit the heroic age, then this little bit of, I call it lame, it's lame. This little bit of watchtower shenanigans is not going to be useful at all against the sieged ships. You see the cabinets trying to scout around and see if any shenanigans are going on. He has not seen this yet, and he might move over there, but it's a little bit too late now that the watchtower is up, and he just misses it. Does spot this house though, so he can start to pick that off. Spoeft now really producing these ships in a hurry. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those cabinets. More barracks going up for Shiny. He's trying to get some map control with those. And the armory now almost halfway, or past halfway. And the slingers now moving in. They're going to spot this. Has he spotted it yet? He has spotted the docks going up now. And he's going to start producing some more cabinets. And the watchtower is out, going to be a real pain now for those slingers. They're going to be coming in and taking a lot of damage. Though these also are a little bit out of position, unfortunately, going to be taking a lot of damage. And the wall continuing to go up, but a lot of these units now falling prey to the watchtower. These units are also falling prey to the slingers. They've just been a little bit of a nuisance there. Longhouse going up as well. We see the watchtower picking off a slinger, and then he's going to start working away these cabinets, and he does so much damage to the cabinets. They take it's just brutal. They don't survive. They've got some sort of multiplier against them. We do see that the Plague of Serpents does go down. The Slinger is now trying to take down this watchtower, and with the Axeman as well, it's going to be a slow but effective process. Eventually it will die, and then he'll be able to take this position back. Though Spoeft might actually be able to push through here. Shiny, on the other hand, almost at enough. I was going to say almost had enough food, but he just built a bunch of spearmen. Is he going to continue pushing down this side? If I was Shiny here, I would wall off this side. While you're ahead, you need to get more ahead. Getting map control is always a good idea. All of these snakes picking off these longbows pretty quickly, but he is trying to pick off these axemen just to keep the watchtower alive as long as possible. The spearmen coming in now, probably going to finish that one off. More cabinets coming into the fray now, picking off some of those longboats, and it's not looking too good for Spoeft here. Shiny stopping this little side attack here, a really nice move. More longboats coming out though, which means if he does hold this, then he can hold on to this location here, because these longboats deal a lot of damage to human units. I mean, soldiers and stuff like that. So he can really deal some pain to them. They do deal like 6 damage and have something like 3 projectiles, so it's quite a lot of damage. But Spoeft kind of holding on here. Needs to make sure he's still producing villages and stuff. He's only got the 10 villages on food with the 600 wood in the bank, so he might want to consider building some farms, getting some of that food income going. And he needs more villages on the gold as well, because he's sitting at only 100 gold. It's the moment of pressure when he gets to you. You need to be able to buckle that out, continue to multitask, continue to get that economy in tip-top shape so you can continue building those units. All of these spearmen are out now, and Shiny loves this. This is patented Shiny right here. With the spearmen and the slingers, he can micro this army like you wouldn't believe, and he's got all the moves with it as well. He's used the semi-fast mythic age where you build like 115 army in the classical age, and you just a spearman, and you just jump straight to the mythic age with meteor and just destroy. It's really, really effective. And he used to do that all the time. Now the spearmen picking all this off. Shiny sitting with 27 villages on food, 12 villages on wood, 18 villages on gold, now 10% in the heroic age. When Spoeft sees the heroic age of Shiny, he's going to be kicking himself, wishing he would had a little bit of a better early game there. We see another watchtower going up. So Spoeft just trying to hold on for the moment. The thing is, against Egyptian, you can make a comeback. It's very widely conceived that once you're ahead with Isis against Norse, it's near impossible to make a comeback. But if you do it correctly, I reckon Norse has a solid chance of getting back against an Egyptian player if he plays it correctly, especially if he gets to that Ballister stage. But we'll see if we make it to that point. Spoeft now continuously rebuilding his infrastructure here. His longhouse is going up, his house is going up, his more watchtowers. He's tempting to get this stock up and send an Ulfsuck over here, and they're just got a falling victim there. And we go, the Nephthys has come through with Shiny events into the heroic age. These watchtowers now going to pick off these cabinets quite quickly. With the spearmen now pushing through this wall. There is the watchtower going to pick off a couple of these, but it's not going to do all too much. We do see more spearmen coming up to this top location now, trying to gold starve Spoeft, and maybe a Migdol stronghold somewhere, or is he going straight for the 3 town centers? Either one would be a good idea. If you get 3 town centers, you get your economy booming even further. Build a Migdol, you can get some map control. Either or. The slingers finally cutting through those Ulfsucks as Spoeft does tap out. Very well played by Shiny. I just think that this game kind of came down to like that really early game where Spoeft built his first dock here, missed these 2 fish, had to fish from here. Should have, instead of building the dock here, he should have moved his Ulfsuck up, seen there's no fish, gone, okay, move over here. Oh, there's some fish here. Yes, he might have shaved off a couple of seconds if there were fish maybe just outside of the line of sight there, but I reckon there's always gonna, well, I might be making it up, but I'm gonna go 9 out of 10 times. You can scout the shoreline and find either fish here or fish here as close as these fish to your shoreline if you scout it out. If you don't, you might have a 50% chance of actually having fish close to where you build that first dock. Now, granted, Shiny's fish, absolutely amazing, is really close to the dock, and this map was definitely not fair for Spoeft in this situation, especially with Thor versus Isis on this map. Not that it's a horrible matchup, it's just very difficult if you don't have prime conditions. Anyways, Shiny executed really well. He got control early. Spoeft had a nice attempt to kick back, but looks like Shiny was just too much for Spoeft in this one. If you want to continue watching this series, stay tuned for tomorrow. Hopefully I can get that video out. If I don't, day after. My name is Boit. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.